Hello.
Welcome to the world of Tantra.
Yeah, and let's dive deep into why some people are having relationships that are working and why some people find themselves in a constant loop and a constant struggle between men and women.
Yes, and we are inspired by a good friend of us who told us his story with love and choosing his girlfriend. And we just want to share a few thoughts about this, which is beautiful. I found it very inspiring, and I suffered from this my whole life until I met this beautiful queen here. So it took me 42 years to really become ready for a relationship, really. So what's the problem, babe? Maybe you should state that first.
Yeah, so problem or maybe growth processes or whatever, but what he talked about and what you feel resonance in and what I feel resonance in is this the man not sure if he wants to be with his girlfriend, and
He wants to have children, if he wants to marry. Yes.
And also being attractive and looking around at other women at the same time as having a partner, and then the woman becoming really, in a way, I guess almost desperate to be chosen, and this brings out behavior with this wanting to feel safe and secure, which is pushing the man even further away.
Yeah.
Because he feels suffocated.
Yes. So the man is constantly looking for freedom, and the woman is constantly looking for connection and for commitment. And this is like a dance between men and women, which often plays out in not such nice ways, and which provides you from having a great relationship. You want to say something?
Yeah. So what is it? What is it for the man to step into with this?
I think first of all, I can only speak from my own experience, and of course, I've learned quite some about this. But I think you need to become ready for this. You need to experience life. You need to experience different relationships. You need to experience different women, and like also you need to experience like the right one. So because with her I felt like yes, now it's time, and I have a single moment of doubt. So yeah, it's also but then I was already 41 when I met you. So it's also man needs time to need time to get ready for it.
Yeah, so it's also about meeting each other at the right time in life, I think, and flowing into that. And we were talking about this yesterday, and about how. So if you are in this spiral, like our friend said, he's been in this spiral with this woman for 6 years. Of the woman wanting and the man withdrawing, and then coming together, and it just becomes this dynamic with probably a lot of passion when you are together and finding unity, and then confusion. And it also, people can become a little bit addicted to this, because it can also be there is a deep passion in the like, oh, we are never together, but oh, now we are together again, I give my whole to you, and then the confusion, and then the passion comes again. So it also becomes a lot of pleasure and a lot of expansion in these moments, but then the fear and the sadness comes. It becomes like a roller coaster, and people also get addicted to these emotions.
Exactly. And also for the man, it's also knowing that you're like, most men have this like wanting to be free, wanting to break free of that, of the female, of the relationship, but knowing that it always will be in some way a burden to be like, to have this relationship, to make this commitment, to be stuck. Of course it's not stuck, but like to accept really this, like, well, yes, this is it, and just to become real with that and to accept it. That's also, I think, part of it, and this doesn't sound like maybe romantic or whatever, but yeah, it's just experiencing and accepting also, that it is, yeah.
So
It's also okay to have these feelings, because it's normal. Because we just want to seek freedom all the time. Like, that's just one of our core values for a lot of men. Please.
yeah, so I think you need to say that again in a little bit of different words, because I don't really understand here. Like, can I just point it back to you?
Yeah.
So what you say is to
Yeah, I see that.
yeah, and
But I also look at you.
yes.
I like to look at you. Understand?
We just saw this picture of my aunt today, and I know we are looking at ourselves and this, and it was like looking cross-eyed like that, and I'm like, say, babe, you see, that's what a bad selfie is like, people looking at themselves and not looking into the direct camera. It looks like everybody has eye disorder. But so what you're saying is that it's to choose to be stuck. It's to choose to also have that feeling, like that feeling is there and will be there.
Yeah.
And accepting that you are feeling a bit stuck, and accepting that you are not going to be with other women for this period in this agreement.
Yeah.
And
there's a great loss of freedom which needs to be properly felt, and needs to be dealt with, and it's okay to be a little bit sad about that, but like, I don't feel this at this moment of time at all. When I met you, I didn't feel it, but I've been feeling it before. And like, if I would talk to somebody who's like 10 years younger than me and suffers from this, this is something they probably can help them to become more ready.
so you say that this is, but you say you're not feeling it now. Do you feel a lack of freedom? Of course, there is a physical, I guess, some ways lack of freedom. But what is this? I'm just trying to get completely clear here.
Yeah.
This is beautiful, and it's.
Yeah, it's too. There's a few things on this. It's also like with your purpose. Like, for example, your purpose. Like, for example, my work or my business, things I want to do. Yeah, I often want to go full all in there. The all day, every day, just do that, eat, and do that. And now I have you, and I have our family, and that's taking up a lot of time. So this is also sometimes a struggle between like the freedom to go for the purpose and the family you choose. But like, for me, it's not a struggle now, because I feel, yes, this is my purpose right now. This is what I want. I love this. I love you, and I would choose this. But like, for it is also, it can be. It can be a struggle, and it can be something that it's okay to have attention there,
I think it's actually really good what you are pointing out here, because, and this is also bringing back to theory, which says that for the man, the number one purpose is, or the number one is purpose.
Yeah.
What is my purpose in life? What is my goal? What is my vision? And often for the woman, I mean, a lot of women is also purpose driven today. But also a lot of feminine, like a lot of women can also be driven by connection
and love, yes,
and family.
Yeah.
But for the man, is often this like, yes, I want to have my purpose in life, and there has also been this, like a woman also. Now we're pinpointing it, but let's just do it. Wants a strong man who has a purpose in life. And who do actually stands up, and who just say, no, sorry, now I'm going to do this.
Exactly.
This is my focus. So it's also the balance of actually keeping that freedom and that purpose, and having that still while being in a relationship, I think.
Exactly. And this is exactly it. And often what we get in an unhealthy dynamic, where the man like feels this like want the freedom to work on his purpose, to go after other women. And women like get shit scared by this, and then the women starts pulling, and the man starts even more pulling away. But like, what the man should do is like, no, I fucking choose you. I'm gonna marry you. I'm gonna have babies with you. I fucking choose you. So that's, I think, the main message that comes from a man, and from the woman should be more like, yeah, you fucking let as much freedom. I see that with you. You give me so much freedom. You say, okay, if you want to hang with other women, if you want to talk to them, like, yeah, do it. You know, you're free, and if you want to be by yourself and work on your purpose, do it. You're free, you know. And this gives me so much. That's why there is no tension between us, because I feel the freedom to step out of our bubble at any time. Yeah. So, but yes.
Hang with other women. I'm not so. It also depends about the intention with hanging with this woman.
You know what I mean. Flirt more, flirt.
Yeah, you can go ahead and flirt and have a good time, but I think also this, what you say there, is like really for the women to support the man, to have this. This is a beautiful comparison. I think that the man needs a solid solidarity.
Yes.
Solitude, and needs to be able to step away from the bubble until he gets this peace within himself and the purpose and all this with said, so that he can come back to the woman. And it's almost like, but sometimes the woman wants him so much, is holding him is like a ribbon, and he's not getting the time to really adjust, so he just kind of stays in this void with not really relaxing and not really getting what he needs. I recognize that a lot. And then wanting to, you know, like respect, but standing there outside knocking and asking, hello, when are you going to come back and play with me, you know?
Yeah, and both is very unattractive, you know. For a woman, it's very unattractive if a man is not choosing. You know, a woman wants to be fucking chosen. You know, she wants to feel like, oh yes, he's choosing me. That's why you love me. This is why you love so much about my commitment to you. You know, I do that. I fucking choose you 100%. But for a man, what's really awful is that a woman's constantly like, you know, grabbing attention, being needy. You know, so you know, and this tension is to learn to deal with this tension if it's there. You know. And you know, read like about this, because you know, if you notice, this is also a theory. You know, it's not something which we come up with, but this is like theory. So
for masculine and feminine relations, and it's so beautiful because men and women actually speak so differently and have so different needs of what we are, also the way we are brought up, and also the way that we are wired. So to really learn that, and to be like, okay, before I met him, I learned and I studied this, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna stand up, I'm gonna be this woman who supports a man to be a good man, and also speaking about this. And I know we're really, you know, really like in our bubble this time, and we're birthing a baby and all this, which is beautiful, but also really want to say again when we're here, like, yeah, let's make space for you.
Yeah, thank you.
Let's make space for you, so that you really get that space, because you also want to be in the bubble now, but you also need your space.
Yeah, and still because I love so much to be in this bubble as well. Yeah, it's for me also. It stays a practice for the man to also stand his ground and also make his commitment, but also, you know, don't forget yourself and make your commitment to yourself, and know that you can claim that space to go. Solitude, go to nature, go meditate, go away for a few days or maybe a week. You know, like to really stand for that and really feel that. So this is a beautiful dynamic. I think we're finished as well. Right? Or do you want to say some closing comments?
Blessings to you,
Thank
and
you.
blessings to me, and blessings to you all.
Yeah.